But we gon' them sneaking in, so we just it's like the hands on the clock. The bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you ain't first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need to win, who need to win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Tua. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Bud Dupree. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Eluding the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
In punt formation for the Browns.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
Jackson.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
44-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. That's out to Chubb, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a first and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Jerome Baker in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Leads to second and goal at the Dolphins' 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Dolphins 0.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to pass. Tua looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Tua. Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You got time. You got time. You got 18 Cotton.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaq Lawson able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Slam.
A run for Nick Chubb. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 34 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. Here's Breida. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
He's taken down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line.
Gain of 13.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. This is Breida. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Browns' 14-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On second down, Tua, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Touchdown.
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game.
0 lining up.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs.
Just like that.
They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing again. Jackson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Tua gonna throw. He's gonna loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Tua now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service account? And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started, and their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
52's the mark, boys. 52. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Mark 52.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your
and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
A gain of
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left a 7. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours up?
I didn't have mine. You got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That'll be complete to Breida. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Here's Tua. They'll set up a screen for Breida. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They run again with Breida. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Calling no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That will tie the game, 28-all.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
And it's third down.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. To throw is Tua. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Pass incomplete on the deep ball.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Browns drive about to get started. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And Daniels has it, left side. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
50-yard.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Now it's Breida. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st down, Miami.
Now a give to Breida. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game. The Dolphins advancing in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Yeah, we did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's built private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was top, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with it, so what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10. Look at me, I bet you can't do it like me. Can't see me when I get on the ground. Game on, it's about to go down. A juke and shake it all up. My moves make them run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, 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 work the.
Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty backing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Ay, count a phone and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.